You're thinking about buying a home in Austin right now, and you're thinking that a new construction home might be the way to go. Awesome. There are a lot of opportunities with home builders right now, and I'm going to tell you everything that I can about the process of buying a new construction home in Austin's housing market today. But you're going to want to watch all the way to the end because step number 6 is something that is really specific to just new construction homes, and it's something I think a lot of people don't know about. So stay tuned and watch till the end. I'm Daphne Quay, your boss lady realtor here in Austin, Texas, and I help people from all over the US and all over the world actually buy and sell homes here in Austin. If you're thinking of buying a home or selling a home, contact me. My contact information is in the description below. You can also set up a one-on-one Zoom call directly with me. Follow the description. Okay, let's go. Like I mentioned at the very start of this video, I am going to go over 8 steps that are involved in buying a new construction home. I'm going to do my best to get through them pretty quickly, so make sure to listen up. If you have questions or if there's anything you think I left out or anything that you don't understand, leave a comment. I'd be happy to go into further detail and answer your questions. Step number 1, of course, is going to be looking at communities, deciding what communities you want to be in, what part of town you want to be in, what price range you want to be in, and then we go meet with the builder representative. Usually how that looks is that we'll decide on a handful of communities that we might want to look at. It could be 2, it could be maybe 5. I typically don't recommend looking at more than 3 in one day because it can get really overwhelming. We go to the community. We'll normally meet at the model home. We will meet with the builder rep. Sometimes it could be half an hour or to an hour, depending on what you need and what they need to talk about. When we talk to the builder rep, we're going to ask them all sorts of questions. Some of the questions are going to be about community amenities. They're going to be about HOA structure. They're going to be about inventory homes that they may have. And we're always going to ask about builder incentives. I'm going to dive into this a bit more in just a second, so keep watching. Step number 2 is we go tour several floor plans. When we go speak with the builder representative, we'll talk about what kind of home we're looking for, size range, price range, what's going to be important if you want a particular type of lot, etc. And they're going to tell us these are the homes that we have available that you can look at today. Sometimes the homes that we look at will be completely done and ready to close within a month. Some of them will be at the framing stage. So we're really just walking in kind of to like a box of sticks, trying to figure out what the floor plan looks like. Step 3A and step 3B are kind of combined. Basically, you choose the floor plan that you like, and then that's when we start negotiations. When we're negotiating a home with a builder, we want to find out how long the home has been on the market and what kind of incentives they are offering on that particular home. When I'm talking about builder incentives, I mean closing costs, rate buy downs, appliance packages, or any other things that the builder might be offering home buyers to incentivize them to buy a home in that particular community. Also, if you decide that you want to build a home from the ground up, we want to find out how long that's going to take, and we want to find out if there's still incentives for to-be-built homes. On the other side of that, if you're choosing to buy an inventory home, which is a home that the builder actually built on their own and has already been completed, we want to find out if there are further incentives on that. What I'm seeing in today's market is a lot of these inventory homes are just sitting because the market has started to level out quite a bit, and builders are oftentimes offering larger incentives on these inventory homes than they are on the to-be-builts. So what I'm telling a lot of my home buyer clients right now is that if you're looking for a deal, an inventory new construction home might actually be the way to go. Since we're talking about inventory homes, I want to take a second here to explain a couple of nuances. Sometimes when builders have these inventory homes sitting on the market for literally sometimes months, they become a lot more motivated to get the home sold. I have a client, for instance, that is buying a home in Pflugerville in a new community, and the home was originally listed for $455,000. It's been on the market for a very long time, and it's supposed to be ready to close within about 30 days. We were able to get a $45,000 discount off the price of the home. My client is also getting their closing costs covered, as well as a rate buy down from the builder's lender. This is huge. These types of negotiations were entirely unheard of early 2022, even through, I would say, the summer months of 2022. So the opportunity to buy a new construction home and get a deal is now. I do also want to mention that some builders are not budging on anything. For example, I've got some clients that are looking at homes in the southwest part of Austin, Lakeway, Bee Cave, and we're finding new construction homes that are in the $800,000 to $1 million price range. And I'm seeing some of those homes sit on the market for a while, but builders are not nearly as motivated for some reason to get those homes sold. Now, it could be for a variety of reasons. It could be that they just have deeper pockets and they're okay holding on to a home. until it sells and they get the price that they want for it. It could be that the schools simply have higher ratings in those parts of town and they know that somebody will come along and pay the prices that they're asking. These are just guesses. I'm just sort of speculating. I don't really know, but I just want to make it clear, though there are really good deals with new construction homes right now, there are also some builders that are not going to budge. So just to set the expectation correctly, you can get a deal. Don't expect a miracle to happen with every single home you look at. Alrighty, so getting right back on track, we are back to step number 4. Once you have decided what floor plan you want, or whether you want to build a home, or if you want to buy an inventory home, the builder is more than likely going to ask you to apply with their lender. Most builders have their own in-house lender, which is what allows them to offer you as a home buyer all sorts of incentives. So they'll usually give you, I want to say it's 48 to 72 hours to talk to their lender, submit an application to make sure that you can actually afford and follow through with the purchase of the home. Step number 5, and this I guess could also be part of 4, is putting down a deposit. When you're buying a new construction home, builders always require you to put down a deposit. This deposit is always credited back to you as the buyer at closing. The deposit sum varies pretty significantly depending on the builder. I know some builders that require $500 to hold a home, while others will require 3 to 5% of the sales price of the home in order to hold it. Step 6 is the super secret surprise step that I was telling you about that only happens with new construction homes. So I'm going to tell you about it right now. Step number 6 is going to be the blue tape walkthrough. So most builders will go through this entire walkthrough with you as a home buyer that takes about an hour or so, where we go through the entire home with some blue tape, like blue painting tape, and mark up every single imperfection that you see. It could be anything from poor caulking to paint splotches to literally a hole in the wall. It could be that there's some sort of scuff or scratches on cabinets. Whatever it is that you see, we mark it to make sure that it gets addressed before closing. Step number 7 is basically another walkthrough. It's called the buyer orientation, where we meet with the construction manager, or sometimes they call them community superintendents, and we go through the entire home and they talk about what every system in the home does and how to work each of the systems in the home. So for instance, they talk to you about, they'll show you where the emergency water shut-off is. If the home is gas, they'll talk about how to turn off the gas in case of an emergency. They talk about maintenance, they talk about things to do, they give tips on how to better maintain your home and how to really just take care of it in the long run. They also dive into detail about the builder warranties that are offered with the home that you're buying and how they can be applied depending on different situations. Step number 8 is closing. On the day of closing, we will have done our walkthroughs and we'll basically just meet up at the title company. Closings usually take about an hour or so, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more. The title representative will come out and they'll give you a stack of documents that's this big and they explain everything so you know exactly what you are signing, and then you just sign away. And usually within an hour or 2 after signing your closing documents, you get your house key and you can move into your new home. That's basically the entire process of buying a new construction home in Austin in 2023. We are in a really interesting time because we are really starting to see a lot of deals and a lot of opportunities that we haven't seen in several years, which is just a beautiful breath of fresh air. If you have more questions or if you have comments about the process of buying a new construction home, please leave a comment. I know this is kind of a high-level explanation of everything. And of course, there's always nuances to every particular home purchase. Anyway, I'm Daphne Quay, your boss lady realtor here in Austin, Texas. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home in Austin, you can just contact me directly. My contact information is at the description below. Or if you want to set up a one-on-one Zoom call, please follow the link in my description. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.